area behind me, there's a little tube that you might be able to see sticking up. That's what we call a surface elevation table. So what we do is we have an area there, we have a rod that we've put it in as far deep as we could go. It probably went about 30 to 40 feet down. And we drove it down until we couldn't drive it anymore. And so that gives us a stable point. And what we do is we come back every year, and on that point we put a platform that has an arm. That arm has 9 pins that we can then put those pins on the ground. And over time we can see whether the ground is going up or going down. Meaning, is the wetland gaining elevation or losing elevation? And that's one way we can see whether or not this wetland is going to be able to keep up with sea level rise. If it's gaining elevation at a rate that's faster than sea level rise, then that means it's going to be able to keep up and it's not going to get flooded. However, if it's gaining elevation at a lower rate than sea level rise, you can imagine that eventually it's going to get flooded. Or if it's losing soil elevation, then it could be becoming even more vulnerable to sea level rise. These areas are all vulnerable to sea level rise. If we have losing elevation, or sometimes we have storms that bring salt water in here, and that causes these trees that are used to fresh water to die. And that's why we have some standing dead trees around here, and the canopy is starting to open up. Thanks. We will take you to some other sites to keep exploring here in Goose Creek State Park.